Here we go. Here we go.
This is just crazy what's going on right now with the Indiana Pacers. Whatever pact they made with someone or something is definitely paying dividends. Absolutely insane. I'm just in shock. I just need a second, y'all. I just need a split second. I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. NBA playoff news. We're here to talk about what's going on right now in New York between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. And what's going on, what we're seeing right now, the New York Knicks souls are going into the rafters at Madison Square Garden. We are watching the souls of the New York Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers, slowly ascend into Madison Square Garden. Rafters. It's a wrap. Just like it's a wrap for Minnesota, it's a wrap for the Knicks. We can be optimistic. You could look at the glass half full, but at the end of the day, the Indiana Pacers are just better than the New York Knicks. It just is what it is. They come through. They are more clutch. They make more plays when they need to. It's happened 2 games in a row. At your house, you're done. Jalen Brunson, you got game. I respect your game. I respect what you're doing. But whatever is going on, bro, it might be out of your control, bro. I don't know what they got going on. Divine intervention with the Indiana Pacers. But Jalen Brunson, you can't stop that. Whatever Indiana got going on, you can't stop that. I'm just keeping it a buck. I know what I'm watching. And this is one of them runs. The Pacers are going on one of them runs. I don't even know if OKC can withstand what Indiana got going on right now. It's always somebody different, bro. It wasn't even Haliburton today. Siakam almost had a 40 ball today. He carried them today. But they made plays down the stretch when they needed to. Damn. I don't know how New York recovers from this. You had everybody and their mama out to support y'all, and y'all caught 2 L's. I just don't know what to say about the Indiana Pacers. I just got to pay homage. Y'all know how to win. And they're just well coached. They never look frazzled. They never look out of control. They never look dejected. Rick Carlisle needs to get credit over there. We got to give Rick Carlisle credit. You see what we be telling y'all about coaching? Did y'all not see the halftime adjustments that Indiana made from the adjustments that Tibbs made in the first game? You see how in the first half they were stopping the Pacers from getting 3-point shots off. They were guarding the 3 better. But then did you see how they were using a pick and roll differently to allow people to get wide open to get on threes? That's the difference between having a Rick Carlisle and having a Doc Rivers as your coach. Doc Rivers can't make in-game adjustments. Rick Carlisle is making in-game adjustments and helping his team win games. That's what he's doing. This is crazy. I can't even believe what is happening. I really thought that maybe they would win this game, get the split because of what happened in the first game. Now what happened today? The Knicks are done. The Knicks are done. It just is what it is. You can't lose like that twice at home and recover, bro. It don't work like that. Don't let nobody sell y'all no dream about they can come back, they can win a game or two in India. They're not about to win in Indiana. They better hope they don't get swept. It's clearly no problem for Indiana to win at MSG. What are we talking about? Both of these series look like they're going to end up in sweeps or 4-1s or something like that. None of these series are going 7 games. It's just, I don't see it. I don't see it. The Knicks spirit has been stolen and broken. The Knicks are broken. Minnesota's done. They got their head beat in twice. New York no lost twice in dramatic fashion. I'd rather get blown out than lose the way the Knicks are losing. The way the Knicks are losing games is heartbreaking. That's why they won't recover. You getting blown out, oh, we weren't shooting well. It was a bad game. You can make excuses. Hey, y'all, you can't make excuses for the Knicks, right? Mikal Bridges had 20. OG had 16. I'm going to get to the super chats in a minute. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Karl Anthony Towns had 20. Jalen Brunson at 36. I mean, they had people that chipped in, and it just wasn't enough. Josh Hart didn't give you what he usually gives you. Mitchell Robinson was a beast on the rebounds. He actually kept them in the game with his offensive rebounding, but I would never want Mitchell Robinson on the Bucks. He cannot shoot free throws. That's a hard pass, but I like his athleticism. And you see how when you have an athletic big, the difference that it makes. Did you see the impact that Mitchell Robinson had in his game just based on his athleticism? He can't shoot free throws. He doesn't have any offensive game, but he was able to impact the game on the boards. Did y'all hear what I just said? These are bars that I'm spitting right now. Let me remix it and spit it again. Do y'all see the difference between having a Brook Lopez and a Mitchell Robinson that has no offensive game whatsoever, but look at the impact he had on this game by moving his feet and rebounding? Now do y'all see what I be talking about? You saw it here visually with the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson had 0 offensive game, but he had a huge impact on this game just on rebounding. Pay attention, friends and family. Salute to friends and family as well. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Pay attention. They shot 47% from the field, 34% from 3, shot well from the free throw line. Only 12 turnovers. This was their problem. They didn't have a lot of assists. Only 18 assists is not going to get it done against them. It's just not. They had 26 assists, only 10 turnovers. That's the thing. When you play in Indiana, bro, they not going to beat themselves. You have to beat Indiana. Indiana is not beating themselves, bro. This is crazy. Hey, Rick Carlisle need his props, bro. Like, damn. He got these boys. I mean, they don't look shook at all under pressure at all. They making the right plays. They know how to break pressure. Did y'all see how easily they broke full court presses? I don't know if y'all paid attention to that. Did you see that the Knicks tried to press them a little bit? Did you see it meant nothing? They had plays. They was ready. Well coached, ready, disciplined. That'd have been the Bucks. They'd have been stumbling and fumbling, turning the ball over, 8 turnovers in the last 3 minutes or something like that. Ridiculous. Hey, the Pacers got the glow, y'all. I'm not gonna even hold y'all. The Pacers got the glow. It just is what it is. The Pacers definitely got the glow, y'all. It just is what it is. We could get into the semantics, but it's just it's just they have it's just it might be their time. It just might be their time. I've never seen this much luck in my life in the NBA. I've never seen this much luck in my life. I just I'm at a loss for words with what's going on with the Pacers. Let me get these super chats. We get in the comment section. Open up these lines shortly. Shout out to the homie Maurice with the $5 super chat. Knicks on their way to the upper room. Shaking my head. It's not on their way. They there now. They there now. They just wait for the rest of the bodies to come up. That's it. They there now. Maurice, it's a wrap, bro. You lose 2 games heartbreaking fashion at Madison Square Garden, and your best player is dropping 40, and it means nothing. Jalen Brunson had dropped damn near back-to-back 40s and got his head and lost again. What's going to happen when he have an off game? They're going to get blown out. The Pacers keep coming. How many people played for the Pacers today? Let me check. Hold on, y'all. This is the difference. Let's see how many people played for the Pacers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 people played for the Pacers today, friends and family. They went 11 deep. That is how they get you. It's a war of attrition by the time the fourth quarter comes around. Haliburton is fresh. Naismith is fresh. Miles Turner is fresh. And then they close you out. It's very simple what Carlisle's doing. The thing is the players are producing, which makes it easier. You can go 11 deep when your players are producing and they're well coached, as the Pacers players are. That's unheard of, in my opinion. Mr. Cool, if you in the chat, let me know. For a team in the playoffs to go 11 deep in the playoffs, that's very brave on a coach's part, in my opinion. Mr. Cool, if you in the chat, let me know. 11 deep seems that's wild. In the playoffs? What up, Bleacher Report boss, with the 199 super chat? Hold on, bro. Let me get to the super chat. New Jack City canceled them Knicks. Yeah, bro, it's a wrap. I don't see it, bro. Appreciate the 199 super chat. Surf, what's good? Appreciate the $10 super chat. Here for the Bucks series, but love the channel. How about them rotations, bro? Let's go Pacers. Facts. Appreciate you, bro. Salute. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Get to this comment section, see what the friends and family talking about, see in the building. What up, Tish? The return of Tish. What's good, Tish? One of the triple OGs in the chat. What up, Tish? Surf in the building. Mr. Cool. Okay, I see you in the building. I hope you heard my question. Derek Stevenson, what's good? JST Fresh Tech, I see you. Boy, mommy in the building. What's good? Appreciate you, man. Brandon King Carter in the building. What's good, bro? Joseph McBeth in the building. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. Had a little technical difficulties there. Give me a second, y'all. Eric Payne in the building. Greg Delaney, what's good? Appreciate you. Jonathan Porter, I see you. What's good, bro? Patricia P in the bill. What up, Patricia? Hey, Patricia, what is cracking with these Pacers? I need information. What up, Patricia P? Appreciate you. Humilidon. Shout out to Puerto Rico. If y'all didn't know, we global, not local. We global over here in this community. What's good? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Go get to these comments. Chessbox, I see you. What's good, bro? Eric Payne in the building. AB, I see you. We'll get to these comments and I'm gonna open up these lines soon, bro. I know a lot of y'all gotta get it off y'all chest. This is crazy. Eli, what's good, bro? Tellhand, what's good? Good to see you back in the chat, bro. Jay Stizzle in the building. What's good? Scales. Hey, Scales is done, bro. 39 from Siakam, bro. Yeah, that you yo. Yeah, 39 for Siakam is too much. Yo, Tish, you going too far. Tish, too far. Too far, Tish. Too far. Scale said 39 from Siakam. Yeah, you can't win if you let Siakam go for 4. Siakam was killing from the jump, though, out the gate. Off the back is 4 extra be saying off the back. Siakam was on one. And it just kept going. He was consistent throughout the whole game. Siakam is the MVP of this game, in my opinion. He carried his team throughout on the road to drop a 40 piece. You got to give him his credit. They got the glow, bro. I tell the truth, bro. I'm not a hater. I tell the truth. Jay Stizzle, what's good? Ball movement and movement without the ball with the talented shooters always a key to success in the NBA. Great comment, bro. Great comment. Salute to Jay Stizzle. Derek Stevenson, what's good? The Pacers exude confidence. They have no fear. Every player on that team plays their role. That's what's crazy. They're so consistent with how they do things. Like TJ McConnell. You know when TJ McConnell come in, what he's going to do, how he's going to contribute, and it's the same way every game. You know what Nemhard. That's the thing. They're comfortable in their roles. Nobody goes outside of the scope of their role or their ability. This is an extremely well-disciplined team. I put out shorts about it. I tell the truth about what I see. This is a very well coached and disciplined team that are all in. They're when we talk about buy-in to what your coach is preaching, this team has bought all in to what their coach is preaching, and you can see it on the floor. It's 100%. You can see it on the floor. And it's not like the Knicks are playing bad. It's like the Knicks can't execute quite as well as the Pacers down the stretch. The difference in this game is really in both of these games. Yes, it was a couple calls, a couple hero plays, but that happens in every game. But if we look at the fine details, at the fine print, the Knicks lost due to not executing enough down the stretch. It's just what it is. They didn't execute enough down the stretch. That's the truth. That's just really the truth. Bleacher Report, bros. Appreciate the 199 super chat. The Last Dragon, 1985. Watch it, guys. Facts. Bruce Leroy. They gotta understand Bruce Leroy. Bleacher Report, boss. It's Bruce Leroy. Thank you, boy, mommy. Thank you. No, you go to right. That's what I was saying. Facts. JST Fresh Tech was good. It started with the Magic that they put on Gary Trent Jr. losing the ball out of bounds. Right, bro. It always go their way, don't it? This whole playoffs, every loose ball go their way, every call go their way at home, on the road, every three they need to hit, they hit. It, let's be real. Do y'all think OKC has enough sorcery to stop whatever the the Pacers got going? Because I don't know if the Pacers can be stopped. I'm keeping it real. I know SGA, he think it's funny, all that foul merchant stuff. You might not get them calls against the Pacers. I'm gonna keep it a real. Whatever the Pacers got going on, it's gonna stop whatever OKC got going on. If it's going to the foul line, they're not gonna get them fouls like they think against the Pacers. The Pacers is locked in with something I can't understand yet. Hey, the Pacers, like I said, every lucky play, anything that's based on luck is always in their favor. It's just look how many times, look how they beat us 4-point plays this year. Just throughout the year, how they won games coming back from 20, 13 points in five seconds. Just all type, just ridiculousness. Just ridiculousness. I just don't see how they're gonna be stopped from winning a championship. I really don't. I don't know. Mr. Cole was good. What we failed to realize, the battles last season and this season against the Bucks helped prepare them for the run they are. No, that's what I said, Mr. Cool. I said it last line. I said how physical we were against them in that series. Now they're playing that way against everybody else, and they're not ready for it because we had a physicality of Giannis, and it just affected them, and they're taking that physicality to everyone else, and they not ready. The Knicks not ready, and y'all see too, Brunson getting calls, but he wasn't getting calls like that today. And the Pacers shot terrible from the line. How do you beat the Pacers, friends and family? Like, are they're undefeated on the road in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Like, or they won 5 straight on the road or something like that. Something. Oh, I don't know what to say about the Pacers, y'all. It's just insane. Patricia P, what's good? It takes a team effort to beat the Pacers. Tim runs his guys into the ground. Is Patricia, it's not just a team effort. It you have to play perfect to beat them. You literally have to play perfect to beat them. You can't make a mistake. You can't do nothing wrong against these dudes. Jesus. I Honestly, he's what the NBA's been missing. I like that he gets under players' skin. He is a little troll. We get where you're coming from, but you know he our main one of our main ops. Tish, boom, JST Fresh Tech. All Pacer players play under 30 minutes. Great observation. That's what I was saying. They're going 11 deep. They got fresh legs in the fourth quarter when you don't. Eric Payne, Pacers are a problem. 11-man rotation in playoffs is nasty work. That's what I'm saying. Carlisle is that confident on the road to go 11 deep? Do y'all know how serious that is? Get to these super chat. Appreciate the super chat, y'all. Jay Stizzle, what's good? Appreciate the $5 super chat. Do the Bucks organization watch these playoffs and evaluate the coaching situation for next season? That is a outstanding question, Jay Stizzle. I would hope so, but you never know. But hell, we'll let them know. They don't need to watch. We gonna let them know. We the community. We the energy in that area, sir. We gonna let them know. Don't worry. We gonna let them know when it's time. Miss Robin Walker Murphy was good, ma'am. Appreciate the $20 super chat. Tibbs played 7 guys versus Carlisle, who played 11. They're fresh. Thank you, Miss Robin Walker Murphy, for the $20. They're fresher. That's why they're able to execute down the stretch. They're just fresher players. That's just what it is. My boy Eric Payne in the building with the $2 super chat. To beat the Indy, you need Tanya Hurry. Yo! I can't condone that, Eric Payne. You know better than that. Come on, famo. We're not gonna do that. Beat them fair and square, bro. Beat them fair and square. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Come on, bro. I just Scale said Carlisle did with them Dirk Mavs, Kid, Terry, Barea, Harrison, Marion, Stojakovic, Howard, Dirk, Dampier, Chandler. Damn, that is true. They were deep too. That's a good point, Scales. Very good point. History's repeating itself. Very look, Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool paying attention. Right, Scales right on point. Yeah, he's replicating. He's replicating what he already know that works. Patricia P said the Pacers are a very disciplined team. They have a great coach, they have chemistry, and they don't beat themselves. That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna see games. Man, shout out to Patricia P. You're not gonna see games with Indiana having like 20 turnovers, 19 turnovers. You're just not gonna see that. You're not gonna see games where they shoot 25% from three because they take high quality shots. That you're gonna have to play an almost perfect game to beat Indy. And now the Knicks are going into Indiana. I feel like the Knicks might get swept. I really feel like the Knicks might get swept. I'm not saying that just gassing. Uh, I just feel like I just don't know how the Knicks can win on the road at this point. Chess Box was good. Siakam got a ring. That's true from Toronto. That's true. He got championship pedigree. That's a good point, Chess Box. Salute. Salute. Okay, Derek Stevenson. Siakam is a champion. That's true. That's a fair point. What up, Mac Jerry TV? Salute. Okay, T said the Pacers not gonna win the finals. All right, I feel you, bro. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true, Robin. That Jalen played hard. He dropping 40. He done dropped 40 damn near back to back and caught L's at home. He can't do anymore. And it's not like they play bad. It'd be a couple plays here and there that don't go your way against Indiana. It'll be a wrap. And it'll just be a wrap. Derek Stevenson, I feel you. You say OKC might be the kryptonite, but why? That's what I'm saying. Why would they be the kryptonite? What do they have that's way better than what Indiana's doing? That's what I'm saying. SGA ain't enough. Jalen Williams is up and down. He's not consistent. They can't win if Jalen Williams doesn't hoop. The Pacers can win if Haliburton doesn't hoop. That's the difference. They can win when some of their best players don't hoop because the others kick in. McConnell will kick in. Naismith will kick in. Nemhard will kick in. Y'all better pay attention. Minnesota is a one-trick pony. Minnesota got Ant Edwards, and that's it. They're not balanced. The Pacers are very balanced and 11 deep, bro. They bringing people off the bench that are scoring, bro. Come on, man. Don't let OKC fool you playing against Minnesota. Minnesota, you only got to worry about Ant Edwards. That's it. Julius Randle sometimes. Everybody else is mid. It's not the same. The great Dante DiVincenzo has done nothing in these first 2 games for Minnesota. Done absolutely nothing. That's why we traded that scrub. Open up the lines here in a minute. Saul Cali was good. Pacers versus OKC in the finals. That's what it's looking like. That's 100% what it's looking like. Prime time was good. Not to mention Pacers did have Kobe and Shaq. They first ring. Right. Facts. Let me see what Joseph on. Joseph said the Thunder defense put teams in straitjackets. Are those teams? I feel what you're saying. I get it. I'm telling you, what you're seeing from the Indiana Pacers is different, bro. That's different. That's different. It's different. I'm telling you, it's different. They gonna show you. What up, Luke? What up? Pacers and OKC finals. Yeah, Luke. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. I don't know what else. Yeah, Tish, that's what I was saying. If they didn't win game 2, it's over. And then how they lost game 2, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. In my opinion, it's a wrap. Put the link in the chat here, y'all. My bad. I'm just shocked at how the Pacers are doing this. Like, I just were the Bucks the toughest test for the Pacers? Were we their hardest? Are we gonna be their hardest series in the playoffs? I mean, seriously. I'm not saying that because Bucks Nation and all that, but seriously, did we give the Pacers their toughest challenge? Crazy. Just crazy. Boy, my side just can't stomach a Pacers championship and how they will act. Oh, they're gonna be in their bag after a championship. His pop's gonna be in his bag. That's the only reason I don't want him to win, because of that. Oh, like that. Oh. Primetime said, but SGA was cooking Pacers all year long. No, we gonna see. We gonna see, bro. This playoff Pacers is different, bro. The pact they made with whoever they made a pact with. Hey, bro, I can't bet against the Pacers right now. Let me say that, Primetime. I can't bet against the Pacers. Can you? You can bet against the Pacers, Primetime? You a bad man if you could do that, because I don't see it, bro. I'm gonna keep it a real. I don't see how you can bet against them. I agree, Robin. If the Knicks lose, that team gonna look different next year. I agree. I completely agree. They spent a lot on that roster. Tish said, I do believe the Bucks played the best against the Pacers with only 5 players available, 5 playable guys. That's what I'm saying. I think we gave them their toughest test. I really do feel that way. I think we gave them their toughest test. That's what I'm saying, Patricia. It's not that we don't want them to win. I can't say that we can bet against them. Like, they doing too much. Bleach Report boss tap you in 1 second, bro. T said a bet. Facts. I can't bet against them too. It just is what it is with these cats, man. They doing what they need to do, man. I don't know, man. How about tap you with Bleacher? What's good?
What's up, man?
What's good? So how you feel about this game,
Let me turn the
bro?
light on, man. It's a little dark in here.
Right, yeah, you looking wild in there. Come on, Bleacher. VP, get it
Let
together. Let's
me
get
turn
the
the light
VP a sec. I'm get to these comments while the VP getting it together. What up, Peter? Almost every year, the team that beats us ends up going to the finals. That is very true, Peter Gatlin. That is 100% true. Whoever beats us usually goes to the finals. That's 100% true.
on. All right, I'm ready.
Prime Time said we just need to retool the roster. I agree. So tell me how you feel about this game. Are the Knicks done? What are we doing? Hey, get the likes up in the comment section, y'all. Let's get it. Come on, y'all. It's for the free 99. Get the likes up. Go ahead, Bleacher.
And I, after the first game, I watched the first game. I'm like, the Knicks need. They was. I just keep saying the stats I showed you. It was up 116 to 103. 3 minutes left. And I'm sitting there like, all right, gonna get this game. But then it came back, and they just kept. I'm like, and like we said, I just think the Bucks got them ready for these games because we was so physical with them. We was trying out physical them,
We
and it
tried to
seemed like
bully him. We were trying to bully him.
and no other team wants to do that. They just wants to play basketball. We like, no, we want to play, but we also want to knock them out. Like we had so much animosity because you don't see them chirping with nobody else. It was only us. It was only us, and now Brunson scored 40 points. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean nothing. Waste of
He said it
effort.
doesn't mean anything. Right. It means nothing. It
It
means
means nothing.
nothing.
I mean, the more the Pacers win, I said it in the chat. I said it in our group chat. The more the Pacers win, the more likely that Bucks ain't doing nothing with Doc because they
Right.
already looking. We had the formula. Nobody else can get out physical. They can't. You got
No,
no
no,
answer.
no one else has Giannis. Giannis is the difference.
I was about to say. I was just about to say that nobody got Giannis. They have no answer for him at all. Why would you give that away? 7 and give Giannis some praise. 7 times he got All NBA team first team. Why you want to trade him? Why?
That's what I be telling these cats, man. That's why I keep dropping these shorts.
Yeah, the
Cause
food.
lies unchallenged
I'm like,
become the truth.
no. It just you can have all the analysts. You can have everybody talking. Guys ain't going nowhere, and the Bucks know it because if you see the Pacers, they going through teams using 11. We use the same guy. Where our rotation was like 10.
Right.
I think it was 10. And I'm telling you right now, you cannot win games. We only got 8 guys, 7 guys, and trying to not have nobody resting. Pacers they just run them out the door. They made adjustment halftime. They
Mitchell
just
Robinson came in and played 16 straight minutes. Like you got to be deep to beat the pace. That's what I'm saying. And I see the super chat. Hold on one second. Let me get the Maurice super chat. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat, fam. And you spinning the block. OKC beat the Pacers both times during the regular season this year. In both games, they played 11 different players. They have the deepest bench in the league, and they all can score and defend. So so OKC is the only team that y'all feel that could really give the Pacers some problems, and that's because they're as deep as the Pacers, which makes sense.
I got a problem though with that because I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna take. All right. What's this? Um. What's that? What's this for the OKC? Um.
Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, he wasn't playing, but the Bucks still beat them. I know the Bucks beat them, but they took something away from them. They took away the inside shot and they didn't give Gilgeous the shots he wanted. So I can just see they gonna take that formula, like take away his shot selection and not foul him. So once they take him away, I'm
Look what Tarmac said. Looking forward to seeing that we beat Boston banner hanging at MSG. That was petty. I'm here for it though. That was petty as hell. I'm here for it though. Yo.
I, I'm gonna. You know what? Since you just said, let me go after our Knicks fans real quick. You thought it was a good idea to celebrate that you won to go to the East Conference Finals. I'm like, you look like a damn fool. You look like a damn fool celebrating going to the East Conference Finals. We sitting there looking at you like, you know you gotta win this series, right? You not even
Right,
in the final,
right.
and you celebrating it. Like, come on, like they're on the streets, like, yeah, we won it. You didn't, it's like you won a championship. I'm like, you guys gotta be kidding me. You lost first 2 games at home, and
Right.
I can see how
Embarrassing fashion. In embarrassing fashion.
I can see how about right now with his little that keep me smile you up, but his dudes like, yeah, I got them twice at home. Like, oh, you just want to
It
punch him
is.
with that look, man. I just, oh, what? I don't know.
And the thing is, the Knicks aren't a bad team. They're not playing bad. That's what I want people to understand. The Knicks aren't playing bad basketball. They're just not deep enough to beat the Pacers. They don't have enough bodies, enough quality bodies to beat the Pacers. The Pacers are just that. as the name says, Pacers, the pace that they play at is too much for the Knicks. The Knicks were in that game in the first half because they kept that game under 50 points in the first half. It was like 40 something to 40 something, right? Or around there, 50 something. It wasn't too crazy. The second half, the scoring increased by Indiana. Indiana had 24 and 25. It was quarter 1 and 2. It jumped up to 32 and 33 in the second half, and that was it.
And to me, it seems to me that it changed the game. I've been seeing this. When we talked about this for weeks about how super teams are going away. You need teams that's deep. You need role
Facts,
players.
J2 series.
You need role players that's deep. And that's why we've been harping on players on to get better. We wouldn't say it just to say it. We say it for this reason right here for the Pacers. You gonna have to face teams like this. That's gonna have to get other guys involved. That's why we always harping on AJ Green to play good or have Ajax in the game or Rollins. We didn't say it just to say it. We said it for that reason alone because we knew that we're gonna have these.
And that's what the Pacers did. All them dudes got playing time during the regular season. They're comfortable in their roles, what they need to do, and they do it. They execute.
Yeah. It just guys need their roles and play, and I think that's why we so mad at Doc because he wasn't developing players that we
Correct.
need, and not in the game when they need to be in the game. You can have Haliburton going against Ajax, and he just getting in his face. You can Rollins. I'm so happy he got his surgery. He'll be good. I can't wait to see him back. And it's just the little things like that you just get so frustrated because you knew if they had the guys ready, we'll at least have like 2 games, maybe 3, making a series for that. But it is what it is now.
Oh no,
But
understood, Mr. Cool. It's not just their paces are tended. No, we definitely agree with you there, Mr. Cool. It's not just knowing their role; they're well coached and the discipline. Even over knowing the role, this is a very disciplined team. You're not gonna come in against the Pacers, think you're gonna beat them, and they're just gonna make mistakes and turn the ball over and take bad shots. They not doing none of that. You gonna
yeah,
earn your win, and OKC can beat them because they as deep. They can beat them, but they gonna earn it. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy.
even that win we had against them in the playoffs wasn't easy. They had to beat them. They had to beat them. They had to make them sit down. They had to
Right.
make them guys out. That's how bad it got. It took like 2 minutes left. They still trying to play, and I'm like, you gotta beat them down. You gotta take their soul away. You gotta
You
take
got
it away.
you can never let your foot off the gas. It's all gas, no brakes against the Pacers. You have to keep scoring, keep scoring, keep scoring.
Okay, Jacob Fatu. I heard that. I heard that quote before.
All
I
right.
love, but
Ajax, hold on one second. JSC first said Ajax knows his role. Doc don't know what he's doing. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a
it's
fact.
fact, fact,
That's a
fact, fact,
fact. That's a fact.
and that's the problem. And
That is true, Robin. They know their role because they are well coached. That's fact. And that's
that
all we've been saying, boy, mommy. That's all I've been trying to get through friends and family and Bucks Nation head during the season. Coaching matters. If you don't understand what coaching means to a team, you can see it with the Indiana Pacers. You can even see it with OKC. That is a young team that is preparing to go to the finals. That plays well, disciplined, plays outstanding defense. I mean, what are we talking about? Even the
and
Knicks with Thibodeau, they're not playing bad. They don't have enough weapons. That's it.
if you
They don't got enough ammo.
if your best team, if your best player scoring 40 points and your bench ain't showing up, you ain't winning games. We've been harping on bench play. Their bench play is superb. And that's the problem with the league. You have to have a good bench
Look at
to
B
win.
Shaq. Oh, B Shaq said Knicks are dead bird tall grass.
Oh my God.
Oh, yo, yo, B Shaq. Why? Why you say all that, B Shaq?
They're done.
They
Put,
are done, but
put the guys in the bag, they're done. You're washed. they're done. They're cooked, man. They're not going to Indiana to take 2 games. They're not taking both. Like they'll probably get 1, but I doubt even get 1.
That's the thing. You know what? I would feel bad for them if they got swept. I would
I'm
want to
sorry,
see them win again. Like I know Minnesota ain't winning again. That's why I'm not even worried about that series. I thought the Knicks had a little bit more fight in them, but that's why I wanted to focus on the Knicks series because I felt like that Timberwolves series was over before it started. But for the
man.
Knicks to do this with this high payroll they got, these Mikal Bridges, Carl Anthony Towns, OG and Unobis, we need more. They need more out of them. That's just a
And
fact. They need
and
more.
I ain't rewatched the second half, the rest of the second half, but this Towns had trouble playing in the second half. Like he
Right.
get tired quickly.
Well,
He gets tired.
the pace is too much. The
Yeah,
pace of the Pacers play with is insane.
they
And
bring up
how they score off of misses, they score off of out of bounds. If you're lazy on your backup defense, they're throwing the ball, soup, quick bucket. They're always looking to score. It's offense, offense, offense. Their offense is their defense.
I mean, and that's what I think about. That's what drives me crazy because the Bucks during the season we beat them. We beat them three times out of 1, and we lost 1 out of a 3 by Haliburton, a 4-point play by Haliburton. I keep thinking to myself, we like it just boggles my mind that during the season we had them, but it seems like they just switched something. I don't know, something clicked for them, and they just going to a free fall right now. They're just balling right now,
They on autopilot. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Bleacher. They
man.
on autopilot, bro. They know what they doing. They comfortable in what they doing, and they doing it. They're on autopilot. Do not get it fooled. I'm telling you, they believe in what they're doing. They could tell the team believes in themselves.
Yeah, and it just everybody know
And
their
it's
role.
always somebody else kicking in. Last game it was Naismith. This game, Siakam has 39. It's always someone stepping up.
And that's what we wanted.
McConnell had 10 again. McConnell played 14 minutes, 10 points.
That's all you need. And
Again, McConnell, 5 of 8, 4 assists, 10 points, 14 minutes. What else do you want?
that's why we harped on. It doesn't matter if you just have 2 star players. I mean, all these star players don't mean anything if you got no bench. You don't got no stars on the bench that's going to help you out. That's been the lead. The lead thought always all about the big 3, or it's about the other guys too. You need other guys can score. Pacers has that. Remember a couple years ago we was all talking about how the Pacers they had 44-6
Right,
bench and just running about the gym. And I'm like, and I said to you, we all talked like the bench had to have a bench, and we had a bench this year, and we played better. But the Pacers just on that level, like any of those guys can be on another team and probably be a starter, but not as the caliber we think they can be. They're not all-star players,
right,
but are NBA caliber players that are hungry. And that's the thing with them. They're hungry. They want to get a championship for them. Yes, Siakam won a championship, but the point is he's not even considered a superstar. He's
right.
not a superstar, but I'm saying that this team is playing together. Nobody like, oh, I need to get the ball here. No, it's either who else. You can't even. How you gonna game plan against these guys? That's the thing that I always think about. How you gonna take away Haliburton? He ain't do nothing
That's
today.
true. Facts.
Goes off. You take Siakam away, then you get Haliburton, or you get the
VP
bench player.
cooking.
It doesn't matter who this team is undisciplined, unselfish. How much I hate that team, how much they're my ops. I gotta
That's a
respect
true.
it.
Eric Payne said Indy doesn't have a true superstar. They have nothing but utility players. They're kind of like that Detroit Pistons team that won a championship where you didn't have no
2000,
superstar. Yeah, they didn't have no
2000.
superstar. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that was one of my favorite championships to watch because I hate the Lakers that year because
right.
they try
Same.
they try to buy all these players. And I just kept, for some reason, I don't know why I cheer for them, but it was like every time I heard Detroit basketball at that point, I wanted to hear it because It was lit that year. So I was just it just I can't cheer personally. I cannot cheer for a team that thinks that just getting star players is going to have you win championships. You need
Right.
guys that work and earn it and work for
That's
that.
a fact.
And that's been a problem with the league. I'm tired of this. Oh, we gotta. Oh, your buddy, he can hook up with my buddy, and we start playing. No, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sick and tired of that. I want to see a team that win it to bring it together. Like, okay, this guy from Arkansas, this guy from Louisville, or somebody that we don't even know about that just want to get noticed or get someone to shine. I don't care about all these star players. That's why we love Jan so much because he ain't trying to get all these stuff that people have been assuming that he wants to do. It's
Right.
just too many people that wants that. The Bucks need to worry about getting players that's on the ball, just how the Packers do. They're not just they. How much I get mad with Gooey Coots, he just get players that want to love football, not just be here, but love football. If you don't love football, you're not gonna be in Green Bay. It is a privilege to be in Green Bay. Real talk. But it's just that the Bucks gotta making sure that when they get their players in there, we're trying to win. We ain't trying to play around. We ain't trying to get you the money. We want
Mm-hmm.
you. And it's been a stance since Jan's been trying to get going and going. But it's like now teams are figuring out like OKC and the Indiana Pacers. If you come get a team, it don't matter who they got on the side. It doesn't matter. They have LeBron James. They got Luka. They can have all the calibers you can imagine. But if you can't execute and listen to coach,
Mm-hmm.
it
That's a
doesn't matter.
fact.
But that's been the problem. I just
And just
these last
watching the Pacers, but watching the Pacers, you just understand how important coaching is, though. And that's the main thing I've been trying to get across to our fan base is how they say it's players, players, players. They always want to blame the players. And I'm like, I feel you, but the players are an extension of their coach. And when I'm
exactly.
saying that, y'all think I'm just talking. Now, when we watching the Pacers play, you see them playing as an extension of their coach. You can see their coach's personality exuding in the players. The players are calm. You don't see their coach running up and down the court yelling and screaming. You don't see none of that from Carlisle. Carlisle practiced stoicism like I practice stoicism. I know my own when I see it. If y'all don't know what stoicism is, y'all can go ahead and Google all that. But he
So
practiced that where you control your emotions. You never lead with your emotions. You always process information before speaking or before acting. That's what Carlisle does. He's completely under control all the time. His team is under control all the time, especially in those clutch moments. His team is more locked in than they are in any other part in the game. That's all coaching. If you want to compare and look at the Bucks have talent 1 through 10. Just talking about the bench players and junior mafia, you got Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr., Bobby Porter Jr., you got AJ Green. These are all bench players that will get playing time on any team in the NBA. The difference with the Bucks, we don't have a leader. And I'm not saying Giannis ain't no leader. I'm talking about the coach is always your leader. Your coach is your general. If your general is weak, your battalion is weak. Period. And that's just what it is. Again, let me repeat. If your general is weak, your battalion is weak. No matter what guns they got, no matter what they got. If their leader is weak, they are weak. Our leader is weak. That's just what it is. And until they make that change, we're going to continue to fail because we don't have the right leader. You have to lead by example. Doc doesn't lead by example. Watch a Carlisle's example of what type of coach you want. OKC coach you want. Even Tibbs. Tibbs run his players in the grind, get that, but at least he has a philosophy, identity, and he's successful all the time. You don't see Tibbs teams really beating themselves. Even in these two games, they're not beating themselves. It's just a team that's executing more down the stretch than they are and has more talent than they do available. It is what it is. Why you think Tibbs got to play them dudes heavy minutes? Because he can't bring people off the bench that can score buckets. He can't bring a TJ McConnell's gonna give him 10. Thomas Bryant that's gonna give him a couple minutes, even though he didn't score. Obi Toppin got 19 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like Ben Shepherd. I don't even know who Ben Shepherd is. He chipped in with 6 points in 13 minutes. They
Those,
all are confident in what they do on that team, man.
those
It's
Knicks, those Knicks got old Bucks players on the team right now. They got like they got Tucker, they got Marjan, and they got
and then what's the DeLon Wright?
yeah.
Yeah, but you see, they not getting no playing time over there.
Oh, that's three spots.
There it is, Eric Payne. That's facts. Leader week, team week, garbage in, garbage out. Facts. Facts. Thank you, Tish. And that was no disrespect. Giannis is our best player, but he is not the leader. We need a coach that leads and they can stay steady a ship. Right. That's what I'm saying. We need a coach that can steady the ship. That's what I'm saying, though, Tish. He doesn't do that, and that's why we're dysfunctional. Y'all keep talking about all these trades, and that's why I say chill out. I'm low key frustrated because y'all letting it narrate. You know what? I'm gonna say this. If
Just
it's
get on,
anything about Buck stuff, just moving forward. If I'm not talking about it, I consider myself the media. Don't listen to nobody else. Have I ever lied to y'all about anything? I've never lied to y'all. Anything I've said has come to fruition at some point. So if I'm not telling y'all
bro.
about Giannis getting traded or this and that happening, why are y'all listening to somebody else?
Bro,
Show respect to the community.
hey, don't lie. You want calls for the trade, like I think a week or so before it even happened. You want to call it. I remember that. You
Bro,
called. So that's I trust you on that than anybody else.
I just
Cause
try to tell the truth. Remember, I was talk crazy when we was trading for Dame. I was doing lies. We about to get Dame. Everybody talk crap. Like, hey, just listen to me and pay attention. I'ma say it again. Our players, our personnel is not the issue with the Bucks.
it's not
It's coaching. I'm telling
coach.
you. Besides Brooke has to go. But besides
Bro,
that, it's coaching.
hey,
Watching, just
I
even
call it
watching the Knicks with Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell
myself,
Robinson made such a difference on that team, just moving his feet. Jericho Sims can be utilized just as well as Mitchell Robinson. He has a lot of the same attributes. A lot of the same attributes, but it has to be cultivated. And that's what I think Carlisle does well. He cultivates his players. He builds his players. Shout out to Gibson Nicholas. And the development program. They developing their players over there in Indiana. That's the difference. They are truly developing players in Indiana. You can tell. Mathurian and look at it. This Ben Shepherd character, Namhart. These are all people that been through their farm system, and they're hooping. Ridiculous.
man.
Boy Mommy said the problem is the players in the organization seem content with Doc, and that gives me nightmares. Scarier than Freddie. Facts. Facts. 100% facts.
all the movies, all the
That is true,
movies.
Robin. He did used to be a Knick. And I think he's built for that cut for that same cloth as a Mitchell Robinson. They're the same. We just need to utilize him more. And I think
You
once we
too.
get rid of Brooke, I think Jericho Sims will flourish with the Buck. I do think he'll flourish.
He's cheap, and he's cheap right
Cheap,
now.
right? I agree. We just got to utilize our players. I really think that once we're going to be obviously reviewing these games, talking about these games, we will be noticing coaching and what's working in the NBA. And what's working in the NBA is athletic wings and bigs that can move and defend. That's what make OKC great. They got wings that can defend. You got Dort, Jalen Williams. You got Caruso. All these cats can guard 90 feet. That's the difference.
Boy, mommy, all the movies I see. Okay, I got you.
Daniel Joseph, what's good? We can't beat none of these teams that are left with Roach Rivers at the Roach Rivers, bro. Roach? Come on, fam. Oh, fam. Daniel Joseph, come on, fam. Come
Man,
on. That's ridiculous.
I seen that fool getting on TMZ and stuff. Like, man, I will not. You will not catch me trying to talk to him on the
That's
damn
a
red.
good analogy, Eric Payne, about Tyson and Customato. That's a fact. Once he lost his leader, he went AWOL. Hey,
Yeah,
Eric Payne,
good
once
point.
Tyson lost his leader, he went AWOL, right?
Yeah,
Great point, Eric Payne. I just
yeah,
saw that. Great point.
great point. Once I lost that guy, the fire that you saw in him, he lost in the first fight. Big loss. That's right. I think it was like a couple months before he lost to
Agreed, Tish.
It was before that was before he lost to this big fight in Tokyo. Fight his name. Buster
Buster
Douglas.
Douglas. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that fight. That was a fight that you think he was going to lose that, and he ended up losing. He wasn't focused at all. It just I don't know the Bucks.
Oh, Robert
It's
calling people out. Robert says sometimes players like coaches to let them do what they want to do. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
now if you say Giannis did not let Griffin do what he wanted to do. It was like
I don't think we're
complete.
talking about Giannis here. We're
We
talking
talking.
about the others. We're talking
Oh,
about the Brooks, the Bobbies. They
oh
got
yeah.
like how they
All
got
right.
Griffin out of here. Yeah, they talking about that.
Brook can go. He can go. I don't want him back. If he
Oh, hold
comes
on,
back,
guys. Let me see what V Shack. What up, V Shack? I hate to say it, but the Indiana Pacers may be the most balanced team we have seen in recent times. No superstars, just ballers.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
Well said, B Shack. Well said. I have no qualms with that. Well said. Well said. I agree. Jeff Riley made it in the building. What up, Jeff?
What's up,
Salute.
Jeff? Barely, yeah, you good, man. You good.
Oliver
I just
Story said Caruso's a dog for OKC. Yeah, he is. Caruso play good defense, bro. He's worth every penny for his defense. Worth every penny. Two Red Violin was good. Doc is a scammer who is too chummy with the players and the owners. He needs to go. Giannis doesn't need a father figure. He needs a smart coach. The Bucks need a coach that will challenge them. Wow.
exactly.
Fire. That was
Jeff Riley,
fire, Two Red Violin.
Jeff Riley,
Wow.
nothing happened in the meeting really. They just meet, they just talk. It doesn't happen. Nothing's going to happen. You won't see the
Yeah.
media talking about it anymore. It's done with. You understand? And like I said before, the more the pace winning, ain't happening. Just leave it alone. Oh
Eric,
my
bro,
God.
why,
Oh,
bro? You just went left with the comments, bro. You was doing well, bro. You was doing well.
I tried not to say anything about that try.
I did. Eric was doing good, bro. He was doing good. Then you went left. Then you went left. Shout out to Eric,
Oh, oh
bro.
my God.
What? Salute. Quick draw. Quick draw. McGraw said Pacers are the best team in basketball. Right now look like it for right now.
I can't disagree right now. They ain't
Salute,
playing.
salute. Appreciate the queens of the chat in the building. Janet MOC has entered the chat. What up? Hey, what up, Janet MOC? She said what up to the nation. Absolutely. Right, Robin. Right. Eric, exactly, Robin. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, at least he understands. Shout out to Eric. At least he know what he did. He know what he did. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Eric.
You trying to get monetized, man.
Right.
You trying to get that man monetized.
Shout out to Eric.
He
Yeah,
need that
two
money.
red
He need that money.
violin snap. Hey, two red snap. What up, King Tip? King Tip said facts. I feel like that why the Bucks didn't get Udoka when they could have because he's not going to babysit these grown men. Feel interesting.
Good point.
Interesting.
But that's the problem now more days. It seems like more times than not, they want their feelings get hurt. It's
That's a
getting
good
more.
point though, King Tip. I like that approach.
It's getting bad. I mean, when somebody do a bad job at your job, if I'm a boss and I'm running the business, and you're doing a bad job, my obligation is to tell you like you're not doing a good job.
Facts.
So you get mad because I'm calling you out. I'm like, I'm running the business. If my business ain't run correctly, that means I lose money. That
Right.
means you paid.
Hey, Jimmy Roller got a point too. What up, Jim? He said even last season Denver was just well coached and played team basketball. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Y'all
And I
spit.
think
Hey, look at the chat. Y'all are dropping gems.
the problem with even with the Nuggets, yes, they won a couple of games,
I don't
but
know, Tish. Tish said, "What do you think about the fries?" I don't know, Tish, because we done re-signed. We re-signed Horace. I don't think
mhm,
Doc is going anywhere, so we
nope,
got to get the best players available because we have inept coaching. We just got to figure out how to get the best players available. Re-sign KPJ. Re-sign Gary Trent Jr. Try to extend AJ Green, and then see what else we can do. We got to try to get the best players available because Doc can't help us. That's
we're gonna call
100%.
I'm gonna call Doc a novice as a head coach. I'm
Not
gonna say
even.
it correctly, like not saying just the other word.
There
Cause
it is, boy, mommy. They were saying that earlier. Whoever wrote that stupid overrated poll fueled that team to take it up to another level. They took that and ran with it. Facts. Bulletin board material. 100%. 100% bulletin board material. 100%.
and the
Facts.
reason why I ain't like that overrated thing, yeah, I was on that was on there too.
True.
So I'm like, whoever did this didn't care. He's like, I'm putting everybody on here. Didn't
I
Hopper
think it
got
was for clicks. Really, it was for clicks.
exactly.
Well,
But
I
I
think it
really
was. I think it was really for clicks.
it was for clicks, and I never heard me say I called Hopper overrated. I just say I ain't like him.
Right.
I
I
never
just say I
said he's
don't like it.
overrated.
I don't like his style. Right. I just don't
I
like
like
his
his style.
style.
I never called him overrated because I knew kind of good player he could
Damn.
be.
Look what Patricia said. Good players plus bad coach equals the same results.
Exactly.
Damn.
But let me ask you guys a question. Besides Rondo, who else we got to get? Malone?
Because that's why I said we're talking too soon about that
I
stuff.
know
It's
that's why
gotta
that's
wait till the off
I'm going.
season. Wait till the off season to talk
That's
about.
what
Wait till the finals is over. We got a champion. Let's see what players are available. It's too much jumping the gun too much.
I know. I understand. I wanted to get this over with, but at the same time, just let it simmer down. Let it relax. Y'all just trolling everybody. Like we've been saying,
Right.
he having too much fun right now.
Right. I agree.
So just let it go. Let's stand.
That's a good
I
point
want to
too. He
watch
said
the game.
everyone can handle the ball. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
very true. That's the thing, the versatility.
yeah. Just I mean,
Oh damn, hold on. I miss my boy super chat. Hold on one second. Maurice, hold on. Maurice, let me make sure I got your super chat. Appreciate a $10 super chat. Yes, OKC has depth, defense, athleticism, and toughness to beat the Pacers. The Thunder are far more than SGA and his flopping shenanigans. Hold on one second. And his flopping shenanigans, they are better defensively and can match them on offense. That's fair because they're as deep. Maurice,
yeah.
appreciate the $10 super chat. OKC beat the Pacers both times during the regular season this year, and in both games they played 11 different players. I read this one before, but I missed the other one. They have the deepest bench in the league, and they can all score and defend. So, Maurice, let me ask you this: are you giving the edge to OKC? All your comments are leaning OKC. Are you saying OKC gonna win the game if you still in the chat, Maurice? That's what I want to know. Do you think OKC will beat the Pacers? Because that's what it sounded like.
I don't know.
Moose said Hallie is overrated. There, I said it. Shout out to Moose. Don't panic now, Oliver. We got a long summer break. Facts. Let me pull in the living legend, Mr. Cool, in the building here. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. One of the more respected members of this community. To our far right, to my bottom
Gentlemen,
right.
gentlemen.
Hey, what's good? So, Mr. Cool, what are we doing with the Pacers today? Are the Knicks done? Let's talk. Let us know.
First of all, I said when we lost to the Pacers, and I put that in the community, they were going to win the championship. I've been saying that since
That's
we
true.
lost to
That's
them,
true.
and I stand by that. I said they were going to beat Cleveland, and I said they was going to beat whoever they played next because how they go about how they play, man. They play as a team. They don't necessarily rely on no one player. And we've gotten to the era in basketball now where everybody got stars and superstars, and those players carry those teams. They don't rely on that. They move the ball. They've been building this for 3 years. Same coach, same system, and they found players that would fit his system in these 2 or 3 years. And so they've gotten better and better. And yeah, they stumble once in a while, lose here and there, but this has been a building process by the Pacers. And you got to give them credit for what they've done. And Carlisle is a tremendous coach, man, a tremendous coach. My thing with Doc or any coach that we get, you got to have a game plan. You have to be able to go in and I say, and let's say, Dan, you're the general manager, and I come in as coach, and I say, look, here's what we're going to do. This is how we're going to win the championship. This is what I need. This kind of players I'm looking for. This is the system I'm going to run. And we're going to keep working that and working that and working that system until the guys get it drilled into their head. We don't see none of that with the Bucks. Nothing consistent. No continuity. No nothing. It's just Giannis, go out there and get me 40. Giannis, go out there and get me 15 rebounds. And everybody else, maybe he'll kick it to you and you can knock a shot down. I mean, it's tiresome. It's tiresome. And here's another reason I know they're well coached. Well coached teams don't turn the ball over much. They take care of the basketball. The Pacers rarely ever take bad shots. They run their stuff constantly, constantly run their plays, constantly run their sets. They know who to get the ball to, how to move the ball to the next guy. Everything is so systematic by them. That's just been a machine that's just being built for 3 years, and now they're peaking. It's all come together. And I said in the chat, the Bucks really helped them in the last couple of years because we played them so competitively hard in these last 2 seasons. We helped build that team up to where they're at, where they have this kind of confidence. Because I think you guys are talking about the physicality of Giannis on our team. They handled that. So now they face these other teams after dealing with Giannis. This is a piece of cake to them.
Yeah.
This is a piece of cake. This is light work, worried about these teams.
And I can't even.
On mute. I was letting Mr. Cool rock. My bad.
Oh,
I was
okay.
on mute. I had to let Mr. Cool rock out there. I put myself on mute. Hey, Mr. Cool, great analogies there and great commentary because I completely agree with you, and I think that's what we're missing with the Bucks as well. Like I said, I don't think it's really personnel. I think we got good enough players, but we don't have a leader. And that's what I've been saying the whole year. You remember that, Moose? Me and you go back and forth every day about that. You telling me the players, I'm telling you the coach. Now that we see it in 8K, that you see how big of a difference coaching makes. I hope you understand now what I've been trying to tell you. Because if you look at the Pacers, if you look at them on paper, nobody scares you. They don't have
Right.
anybody that scares you. But collectively, as a unit, they scare you. And that reason that is because of the system, the mentality, and the coach. That's why it matters. That's why
You
once you
know,
have a system that works, look at I know Phil Jackson had Michael Jordan. I know Phil Jackson had Kobe and Shaq. I know that. But respectfully to all them players, they were not willing. They were not winning nothing until that triangle offense came in there and brought them players discipline. That's all
right.
the triangle offense was. Discipline you wildly athletic, uber great players so you can win a championship. That's all the triangle did was give you some structure. What the Bucks are missing is structure. What the Pacers have is structure, which is why they're steamrolling through the playoffs. They're moonwalking on everyone's carcass. They moonwalked on us. They said, "Oh, y'all the number one seed." Push them, knock the books out of their hand in high school, graduated, went to college.
Mhm.
Now they out here about to whoop the Knicks, and now they trying to get their doctorate and win a championship. That's what we're watching. We're watching the progress of this team, and we can say that it started from the coach instituting a system that all the players bought in. Not some, everyone bought into whatever that he's preaching over there, Carlisle. They're all bought in. I've never seen a team look so poised under pressure on the road as the Pacers look. They are always poised. always poised. If you watch their coach on the sideline, you don't see all the dramatic movements, hands on his knees like Doc. Always stoic, under control. Just the optics look different when you watch Carlisle. You know what I'm saying? Just watching him on the side, he has full control of everything that's going on. Full understanding. You can see it. The players see it. How he interacts, who he chooses to pull over and talk to. It's all by design. What we have here in Milwaukee is chaos. Giannis is the only thing that steadies the ship here. That's why people are complaining about Giannis being the most valuable player, because if you take him off of this team, we're in the lottery.
We're done.
Right.
You take SGA off of OKC, I still think they're in the playoffs because of how deep they are. I'm not saying they're gonna win a championship, but they would be a playoff team. I still think they definitely would be a playoff team in my opinion. So we're learning now to coach him out, and it's not like the Knicks are a bad team. You can see Tibbs making moves. He don't have the bodies.
Right.
Tibbs don't have the bodies to compete.
The Pacers are, I think, are the best shooting team I've seen in the past 2 years, as far as 8 guys that can on their roster that will make open shots. When you got guys that will just nail shots the way they can, you can't leave anybody. So as they run their offense and somebody starts breaking the defense down, getting you in rotation, where you got to start rotating out the cover guys, eventually it's going to get to a guy, swung to a guy who's got an open look, and they make the shots. And they do this constantly. They keep that pressure on teams all game. That's why OKC would not beat them, because OKC makes mistakes. As talented as they are, they make mistakes. And I just don't see Pacers making mistakes like that. They just play flawlessly. They just really do.
To be
And when
honest,
something happens,
not just to interject briefly here, Mr. Cool. My
sure.
apologies.
No, go ahead.
Check this out. Check this out. This is a bad game for them, and they had 10 turnovers.
Right.
You get what
Well,
I'm saying? That's a bad game for them. 10 turnovers.
the
That's
Bucks will
why
have that in the first half.
First half,
this getting
that's the
swept.
difference. Last game they played 53 minutes and had 7 turnovers. Again, let us reiterate. You have to take the game from the Pacers. Don't
Right.
expect them to give you the game. You have to
Right.
take it. And that's the difference with this game is coming down to a few plays between the Knicks and Pacers, and all those plays are going the Pacers' way because they execute. That's the difference.
And I said this before. Trent Jr., by the time this playoff started, was playing as good as any shooting guard in this entire league.
Correct.
And
I
him and
agree.
Giannis together was an unbelievable combination. And the Pacers withstood that. They withstood that. That's why ain't nobody beating them. Look at the numbers that they put up in the playoffs in that
Right.
series. I mean, so got to give this
39.
team their credit.
And they constantly shoot over 50%. The Pacers
Right.
constantly shoot over 51% today. It's not like the Knicks shot bad, but 47% isn't 51%. And that's the difference between 114 and 109. Just it's
See, if I'm game planning against the Knicks, I may have to double team Brunson several times a game, and there's a player I can pick who I can leave open. You can't do that with the Pacers. Who are you going to leave open? Who are you going to
mm,
leave open? If
I
I double
just said that.
Haliburton, any one of those guys will make an open shot.
even
And
Miles Turner. I saw Miles Turner doing step backs today.
right. Nimhart makes shots. They all make shots. It's
I said
incredible how well they can shoot. Got to give them the credit.
I do. I expect. Let me ask you this, Mr. Cool. Then to you, also, VP. Will either one of these teams that are down 0-2 win a game, or are these both going to be sweeps?
personally I will give Minnesota one game. But for the Knicks, no. Like
Yeah,
you
the
just
way they lost, I think is too much to overcome. The way the Knicks have lost these 2 games, 2 heartbreakers in a row at home, MSG full. I don't know.
it just and then you just said the stat you said 10 turnovers was a bad game for them. Now imagine them at home with their crowd. They're
Right.
gonna be
Right.
they're gonna be jacked for it's over. It is over for the Knicks. It is over for the Knicks, man. Like they're done. They're cooked, man. They barbecue chicken.
So they
man.
can't even get a game?
Nope.
No, we're not.
Put the fries
This
in
is
the bag, man. They're
four
done.
game sweep coming. 4-game sweep coming. 4-game sweep.
They're done.
I
Because
want to give them one of the two in
no, ain't happening, man. Ain't happening.
Mr.
Shannon
Cool didn't even
Sharp.
let me
The
get it
Shannon
out.
Sharp
He's
meeting.
like, no.
They
Mr.
get
Cool's
one
like, don't even
game.
try it.
Nope.
I mean,
They
think about this. They at home in New York in a must-win game, giving it their best shot in front of 25,000 crazy New York fans, the whole media behind them, all this in their corner, celebrities, you name it, and they still couldn't get it done.
nope.
They still couldn't get it done.
Could get the
Now you
job
think they're
done.
gonna come out to Indiana and win? It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. The Knicks are cooked.
They're
Sorry,
done. They're
they're,
done.
they're cooked.
I'll
Is
give
Minnesota
Minnesota a
cooked?
shot. I'll give Minnesota a game, and that's it for them.
I don't even know if
Maybe,
they
maybe
could get a
not.
game. I'm trying to see how they could get a game. I don't see it.
I'm not a big fan of Minnesota's team.
Yeah,
They
I
play
don't think
almost like
they're
the
that
Bucks at
good like
times.
that. I really
They play
don't
like
think
the
that.
Bucks do.
Yeah, they're a one man
Oh,
team. It's
yeah, just kind
Edwards.
of
Yeah,
sloppy
that's
play, dumb
yeah.
stuff. I mean, that coach ain't much better than Doc over there.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
it's me.
That's actually real talk. I agree. I don't think Minnesota's coach, and I think they're a hamstring away from being out way earlier in the playoffs. If Steph didn't hurt his hamstring, I think
Definitely,
that Golden State would have put
definitely,
them out.
I
absolutely, absolutely. You are
absolutely.
right.
It's going to
I
be
think
very
So
once you got
interesting, but I do want to see Minnesota try to show some heart and win because Ant played with so much heart and aggression. I always want to say he can at least get you a game, but OKC is also 10 deep. It's too much. It's too much. Both of these teams from the West and the East are too much. Their attributes are hard. You can't really defend their attributes, which is depth. You can't defend depth.
I got a
You
question for you.
go ahead.
With these two teams that's winning, it's going to force the NBA to actually transfer to not having superstar players all the time, have these
Mm.
big team players on the team, because that's what it's looked like right now. That's why when everybody talk about Giannis, I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is they need more personnel and they need a coach. They need coaching. Why do you think Gibson's on here every day saying it
Bro.
over and over? Beating the drum saying coaching, coaching. Everybody got laughing. And but
But he dead
he was right.
serious, right?
He's right.
Right.
It's coaching.
right,
It's
right.
been coaching, and he knows what he's talking about. And I'm like, now you got all the teams that's about to go in the finals. They got a team. They don't have just one player going off.
All
I
right.
love Giannis so much. I love him, but we need more players that's going to give us some. Like, if it's a good game for Giannis, like 25 points, 11 rebounds, and they win by 20 points. That's a good team. But he got to win. He got to play 45 points, 60 points a game, and he barely win the game. That's a problem. You can't have
Sure.
Giannis score all them points. You need
Right.
him to play about 30 minutes at least, and that's it. 40 minutes. You're not going to win too many games doing having one play 40 minutes, and that's the problem with the teams that they want to have one star and they want to have like other
Mm.
stars.
Good point, B
And that's
Shack.
the problem, especially with the
Well,
Lakers. Luka, and look how fast they got put out. Oh, we doing a big trade for this player. You're getting out here because you ain't good. You just can't put somebody together, slap around as a team. No, you gotta work
sure.
on it. You gotta go grind with each other. People ain't grinding anymore. You gotta grind for that. I think Kobe Bryant was the best of all time because he was grinding for it. He got with his teammates. The 2009, the 2009 Laker team was good because Kobe brought everybody together. It wasn't just him. It was other guys, Paul Gasol, the Lamar Odom,
Right.
the Ron, whatever, all the players he had on that team. He was bringing the team together to win. So, to me, what the Pacers and OKC are proving, you don't need a star player to win. You do not need that.
Right.
You need a team. You need a coach. Yeah, you can have the
Well,
star. Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry, Dan. The way they set it up, the league now is with these aprons is that so if you got big salary guys, superstar players, there's not much money left for the rest of your roster. So now you're going to have a big drop off in talent. So now, if your superstars don't carry you, you're done. And like in the case of Dame, one of them get hurt, you're done.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really. Whereas you look at a team like even the Detroit Pistons, believe it or not, lowest payroll in the NBA, and yet they were the sixth seed.
Correct.
Lowest payroll in the NBA because they don't have a superstar draining, quote unquote, superstar draining all the money from their roster. So they can now spread their money out, as you're talking about, Dan, and get better players, and you have a better team and a deeper team. And OKC built that the same way because they gave away all their top players 2, 3, 4 years ago. Got all these draft picks, so now they got good, solid, high draft picks. Built their team that way, so their payroll isn't as high as like the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Number one payroll in the NBA is the Phoenix Suns. Three so-called superstars, or the big three, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
True. Great
So
point.
you're right that this era is ending now in the NBA because that's the way they want teams now instead of three superstars on one team. That ain't going to happen no more. You're
Yeah.
not going to see any more big threes. That era is all done. Because again, unless those big three are out there hooping all season, you're in trouble.
True.
You're in trouble. And we were
Depth is
talking about
what
that last year.
depth is what's important right now. It's all about depth, bodies,
Right.
able bodies.
And OKC, the teams we're talking about, have bench, as we're
Yep.
talking about. The Pacers have a bench because they have money to spread that money out to get better players.
That's
We're
true.
trying to pay Ryan Collins and guys like that, to come up, and that's a big drop off. But if we had 20,000, 18,000, 22,000 to get mid-level players with more talent, then we would have a better team. But unfortunately, Giannis and Dame, and then it was Middleton,
Right.
drained all that money out of our roster. So, and if those three guys don't perform at a high level,
We
you
lose.
are in trouble.
Correct. 100%.
And that's the kind of team we're left with right now, unfortunately. And it's going to be hard to dig out of this a little bit. It's going to take some time.
I agree. No, that's a great point, Mr. Cool. I completely agree.
Yeah, and I think the Phoenix are more worse off than we are because they got two players that they need to get rid of. They got a guy that Beal. They can't trade him because he got no trade clause. They got
Right.
they're back, but also
Mm-hmm.
like you were saying earlier, it's just that now it seems like it's not the media wants it to be super teams, but the NBA, Adam Silver, he wants it to be balanced. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
He wants balance. He does not want teams to be having a situation like what happened with the Warriors. He don't want that ever happening again because nobody care. Nobody cared
Right.
because they knew the Warriors, and that was it. But now he wanted more. To be honest with you,
More.
Al Silver tried to have Giannis stay in Milwaukee. I'll be honest, dead honest with you. I think because he wants it to be balanced. He just wants teams to be balanced. He wants everybody to have a good, fair shot, fair chance
But
to
that's
have
kind
enough
of
time.
how it was, to be honest, in the 80s. Every team had a superstar or a star player.
Yeah,
Right.
it just
Right.
Every team had a star player. So maybe that's what it is. So everybody got a star player to believe in, to put people in the seats, and then you build around that star player.
exactly that's what it should be. It should be. And I just think
Right.
that now, you know, after this year's over with, whatever, teams got to have to adjust to that because it's going to be a new NBA. Nobody, it's not going to be
Agreed, Tish.
the same. The second apron was put in place to stop it. The
Right.
second apron was
Right.
stop the
Great
super
point.
team.
Yep.
They was tired of all the teams going over the luxury tax and not paying for it. These Orange Bowl start paying for this because they're not going to be waiting around for you guys not to have it over the luxury tax anymore. So it's just more now the NBA with Giannis coming. I mean, with Giannis and everything, it's just that everybody's just been talking about it so much, and now it's died down. It's over with, and we just gotta be patient. Just wait for it. Just wait for the news come out. Just don't watch the news all the time. Come on, Amber's Logic and watch it what he gonna say because he know what he's talking about. Let
I
him.
Mm-hmm.
like
Let
this
him.
guy. I like this guy at the bottom left. I like this guy. Let's get it.
But
Let's get some
man,
last
like
words before it get too
I
late.
tell me, don't be listening.
Let's go with
Shout out
Bleach.
to Ad Trash too,
Hey,
because you be tell me too. You be like, don't be listening to that mess. I'm
right?
like,
I be trying to tell y'all, quit listening to these people. I ain't gonna lie to
Turn it
y'all.
off.
I ain't gonna
Every
lie to
time you
you.
talk about,
All right.
you talk about Giannis, I turn it off, man.
Turn it
I
off.
don't
That's
want
not turned off. Don't even worry about it.
yeah.
VP, your last words. We go, Mr. Cool, get his last word. What's up with you, VP? Go ahead with your last word, sir.
My last word, man. It just overall, the Pacers showed the world that what a team should be doing, not
Mm.
just it's old school '90s basketball. That's what it seemed like to me. Like got one player, you got a lot of players, not just a superstar. You got a lot of these players going around. So it just, I'm happy. I don't like the Pacers, but I'm happy that they're showing the world how you supposed to win, not just with one player. You need to
Mm.
do one players. So let's see how everybody responds to that. But overall, Knicks got what they wanted. The fans that's you got the karma of a lifetime. You got to celebrate a championship that you didn't even win. So there you go. You went all night talking about you want something now. Throwing trash at Pacers fans. Now look at you. You about to lose.
Now look at you. Right.
Damn, homie. Back then you was the
Right.
man,
He was the
homie.
man. It's on you, Mr. Cool. Go ahead, Mr. Cool.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm just as much as I agree with you what you were saying earlier, Amber, about the doc and coaching changes. We might as well just. That's probably not going to happen, so we have
Yep.
just to live with the fact that Doc's going to be the coach.
Yep.
And again, I don't know who's out there that's better. I'm not confident that Malone would be a step up because
Agreed.
apparently Joker didn't want him there, because if Joker wanted him there,
He
he
would
would
have
have
been
still been
there.
in there.
Right.
So there's something that wasn't right. I do know he calls the players out publicly quite a bit, and I think that was getting on those players' nerves, because he embarrasses the players in some of his post game
Comments. Yeah.
readout. Yep, yep. So I think that bothered those players. I don't think that that's something that the Bucks would want. Nobody here doing that to their players. So
Mr.
I
Cool,
don't think.
Mr. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Now, isn't the problem now you can't even call out the players? I mean, I know it's publicly, but don't it seem like little soft players getting upset because some coach trying to call you out because he's trying to get you to play better?
Yeah, no, I think that's you're right that the players are softer, but I think it's also a tone in how he did it. He's kind of that Bobby Knight style where it was he's pretty rough. I've seen some of his post game
Oh,
interviews.
okay, that's
He,
different, right? He's
yeah,
different, man. Different.
he went a little bit over. He probably went over the line, because I think the coach from Minnesota, he calls out the players too,
Right.
but
Yeah.
not in the same way and manner that Malone did it. Man, Malone was tough, real tough, and he's fighting with his general manager the whole time, the whole
Oh, that's
season. So I think, and they both got fired. So
like
because
you
the
go
owner
and
just
you.
fired them both. And then really, as
He's
we
like, I'm
saw,
tired of all of this. I want both of
yeah,
y'all up out of here.
right, right, right. And then the Joker really was coaching the team in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
he pretty
Joker
much.
was coaching the team. So, so
Joker
we
has
just have to live.
extremely high IQ. I'll give him that. Extremely high IQ.
But I got to give OKC credit. They wore him down. They
Yeah,
wore the Joker
absolutely. They
down.
had a great game plan for Joker. Great game plan.
They did. They did. So that's pretty much all I got. We're going to just have to just get ready for next year and just watch these playoffs and get ready
Right.
for next
That's
year.
it. We'll be live after the next Pacers game, too. Thank you for tapping in, Mr. Cool.
Okay.
Always great content.
Okay.
And you too, VP. Appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. Without further ado, Mr. One Game at a Time. You ready, bro? Got Brandon tapping in real quick. All right, Brandon, tell me how you felt about today's game, bro.
What up, y'all? What up? I believe the media guy earlier that I watched the players today. So, yeah, it's tough for these defensive players. I'm alright. I'm hanging in there. So, I think I saw the game. I watched the game. I think the Knicks are done. So, back home watching.
So you think the Knicks are down 0-2, the Timberwolves are down 0-2. Will either one of these teams win a game?
I'm Minnesota side. I might give him one, but I don't think Minnesota don't have enough firepower.
Okay.
I
So you think
Minnesota
Minnesota
gonna
might
have
get a
to
game,
fight
but you think
out.
the Knicks gonna get swept?
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
who you
this,
think? So let's just
see,
say it's OKC and the Pacers in the finals. Who you got?
mm, um, in my opinion, I think I have to give it to Indiana. They wanted more.
Okay. You'll go with India. So you didn't get a
Because,
chance. You didn't get a chance to watch the game today, though, right?
nope.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But
So
I probably going to watch the highlight.
got you. Got you. Yeah. It was a good
So,
game. Siakam is really what killed today. Siakam had 39 today, so Siakam was a difference maker for
because,
Indiana.
you know what? The reason why we got there for Yaakov, he had that championship pedigree when
Yeah.
he won
True.
the championship in Toronto.
No, that's true. That's very
So,
true.
so I don't think the Knicks, don't have that extra body
I agree.
because they cannot rely on Jalen Brunson to score 40
It's not
points
even
every
Jalen
night.
Brunson. They're done. They don't have enough bodies. That's the problem with both of
Right,
these teams. That there's not even anything to
right,
look into. They're not deep enough. The Knicks are not deep enough to beat the Pacers. They don't have enough bodies. They're running like 7
right,
people out there. The Pacers are playing 11 people.
right,
OKC's playing 11 people to a Minnesota playing like 8. That's the difference in this game. By the time the fourth quarter comes around, they don't have no legs. So that's what we're seeing. So that's why it's going to be interesting to see what the Pacers do against OKC's defense. And now this version of the Pacers against the OKC's defense. Now, if anybody can stop the Pacers, it would be OKC because the way they're built. So we'll see how truly good the Pacers are if
Belichick,
they get to OKC. Obviously, neither one of these series are over,
Belichick.
but obviously the people up 2-0 have the control of both of these series. So we're just saying the conclusion would be OKC Pacers, and I think that's going to be an entertaining series, and I could see that going 7 games.
Fine.
Go ahead, finish up, Brandon.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Um, I think, I'm gonna say this to Knicks fans. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, Knicks fans.
Shout
Y'all
out those
tired.
strays.
Y'all got no more yo. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. Stop putting 2 games down. You got all these delivery, same people.
Facts,
Y'all
Tish.
still cannot get it done. So, I think we need to get Patriots credit. I don't think the Knicks not ready to. I don't think the Knicks cannot
It's
have
just
that.
like we were just saying though, a couple minutes ago. The Pacers just got more bodies. That's just literally what it is. They have more.
Yeah,
They have a better bench. That is
nobody.
the difference.
They got. They also. They got the toughness.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
got the toughness out.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree. Agreed. So do you got Indiana in
And
the next game, and do you got Timberwolves in the next game? So who you got in game 3?
I think. I think. Mm, Minnesota has the ball out that game. If they don't, it might be done for Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree. So, like, I think it's over now, but obviously, going on 3-0 is nothing. So, it's going to be interesting to see what Minnesota does tomorrow. Then we'll go live Sunday to talk about the Pacers game before we get up out of here. Go ahead. Appreciate you, Brandon, before you get up out of here. Go ahead.
No problem. I think. Indiana. I think. I want them New York to win one game in Indiana. I will see. I will see how that game go play out in
Right.
Indiana. Because
Right. So, we going to see. Appreciate you, Brandon.
we gonna see.
Right.
Hey, Salute the fuck niggas, family friend. Taking one day at a time. Taking one step at a time. Hey, this playoff is wild.
Right. All right,
So,
Brandon.
we here for the ride.
Right.
So, let's enjoy. Let y'all popcorn ready for the next game.
Right.
So, let's have a barbecue. Tomorrow and Sunday.
Yep.
So, let's eat
Yep.
all this food, watch this game, and take
All
one
right.
day at a time.
Yep.
I got y'all Sunday.
All right, Brandon. Appreciate you, bro. All right.
All right.
All right, y'all. Hey, Pacers is doing what the Pacers do. I don't even know what to say. They won in Madison Square Garden in dramatic fashion yet again, y'all. 114-109. Is this series over? We gonna see Sunday. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If you haven't already, please hit the like button for the most electrifying content on YouTube with the most electrifying chat in YouTube. In any genre, it don't matter. We are the energy on YouTube. Salute, salute. So appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll be going live Sunday again to discuss game 3 of the Knicks versus Pacers. If y'all haven't already, hit the like button, share, subscribe, check out the shorts, support the channel. We going strong. We going strong. Appreciate y'all. Comment, like, subscribe, share the electrifying content. And the Pacers actually good for real. I don't even know what to say. Like, gone.